On July the 19th, 1977, I was arrested for 3 armed robberies and 1 murder. The arresting officers knew I was innocent. The people that witnessed the crime knew I was innocent. My case is equal to others' cases in the South that shocked a certain parts of the history. I realized many years had passed since my arrest, trial, and conviction, and perhaps there is a certain kind of difficulty in my approaching my case. My concern is to simply prove my innocence and get out of this place. Your earnest consideration will be helpful and appreciated. With kind regard, very cordially, Elvis Brooks. Well, visiting my grandkids, that's one of the highlights there, Since I've been home, I'm able to work, make an honest living. Instead of working up at Angola, you really get 2 cents an hour up there. Here you can make a decent living, you have a decent job. That's great. It was hard to take a plea, because I know I didn't do it. I had lost faith. I didn't think I was going to ever come home until the IPNO took my case, and I did not know I was coming home for sure, because I know I didn't do it. I know they get results. Well, when I walked out, felt like the whole world was taken off my shoulder, I ain't had to worry no more. It just was great, I just couldn't really believe that I was free. Finally at last. I appreciate IPNO getting me out. I appreciate it very much. Without them, I wouldn't be out. I'd still be in there. I appreciate it very much. I would just like to continue to live and let live. Enjoy whatever life I had left, as a free man.
How did Clark get convicted in the first place, Mike?
Well, Todd, it started with an erroneous tip to police that he might have been a suspect. From there, he was put in a lineup and he was mistakenly identified by one of the witnesses. Now, at his trial, it was not a unanimous verdict. It was one of those 10-2 split verdicts, but enough to convict. He was sentenced to 50 years, and it took all this time to finally get the fingerprint checked against the database, and it matched another man, who, by the way, is currently in Angola serving time for armed robbery.
High emotions outside the Jefferson Parish Jail as Royal Clark Jr. emerged a free man after being locked up for 17 years for a crime he did not commit.
The first person to embrace Royal Clark Jr. as he took his first steps of freedom in 17 years was Royal Clark III. He never knew his father as a free man.
Out you. I'm back out you. Yeah.
But honestly, growing up without a father for 17 years, it was hard. My mama, she couldn't always be there for me. She had to work. It was just me and my brother. Man, that shit was hard, bro.
I got you, bro. Anything I got you, bro.
Clark was convicted of robbing a Terrytown Burger King in 2001.
Didn't never think I was gonna ever see this moment. I ain't never thought I was gonna see the streets again.
Clark's wish list for the day?
Probably just give me some crawfish and, chill out, and from there,